Good morning, everybody. Michael with Dumpster Goat. We are at the Lee County landfill, and you never know what you get here. Different pricing every time I come in here is crazy. But we have construction materials, so I'm hoping to get the better rate. We will see.
Hello.
Good morning. I've got drywall and boxes.
Nope.
The goat.
I'm gonna put dumpster. Hold on.
Bah.
I got you.
Thank you.
All right.
Y'all probably didn't get all that, but if I'm going to get somebody at the scale house, I always hope it's her. She's such a friendly person, and only that she usually gives me the better rate. But so that goes into probably the biggest topic everybody wants to talk about is money. Money. Isn't that what we all do this for, is money? I sure wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't making any money. It's not like living on a cruise boat or something. Come home stinky feet, walk around the dump, landfill, or whatever. But this actually is a landfill. We're not going to a transfer yard. I always kind of enjoy coming to this one because there's like no traffic to get here. It's kind of far out here, but there's not a whole lot of traffic. So what we normally do is we go down here and we wait for somebody to tell us where they want it. How you doing? How are you? Looks like you got a hurt foot.
Yeah, just construction and
Yeah.
okay. Right on the other side is Black Dodge back up.
I'll
Thank
get-
you, sir.
All right, thank you.
You have a good day.
Such friendly people. Especially when they know you're on camera. There was a guy who worked here. He was kind of a jerk, but I haven't seen him around lately. I mean, really, if you hate your job that bad, go find something else to do. You only have one life. You don't want to be miserable. You're a short period of time here, so let's see if we can get this unloaded. This guy here left some good wood. These are actually perfect pieces to put under the dumpster so you don't scratch. Their driveway, cracked their driveway. So whenever I come to the dump and I find pieces of wood like that, I always snag them. This is what we got today, drywall. I used to have to go to the lumber store, Home Depot or Lowe's or somebody, and buy that wood and cut it. But one of the tips and tricks I've learned is always to be on the lookout for wood like that. People are always doing the construction jobs, and you can get that stuff for free, and it protects the customer's driveway. Or if you're in sand, like in Florida, it keeps the front of the dumpster from sinking, because all there is those little feet right there. And they'll sink in sand. There she comes. Good and clean. Somebody making a nest. See no eggs. Probably blew up. Now let's go up here and see what they're going to charge us. See, they have different rates. They have rates for residents that have just, you know, their normal household garbage, and that's a lot cheaper. I think it's like $35 a ton. If you're they charge you a contractor, I think it's $80 a ton. If you remember my previous videos, I came up here on a Sunday or a Saturday because I didn't have any available dumpsters, and it was super heavy, and I got the wrong person. She charged me, God, I can't remember, it's crazy, but it came up to $330. And so that's why, you come here, you kind of hold your breath, and you get the right person. But even though, I mean, I guess it really just depends on the mood of the person. That's why I always be really super polite to them, because this lady that we went to, she, at the counter, at the wait station, she usually gives me a better rate, but we'll find out. See you shortly. So we got somebody in front of us. We're just waiting for them. And we will find out. Here we go.
$162.35.
Right. Okay, so my battery went dead at the scale house, and we are on our way back to the customer's house. This particular customer is probably going to go away next month, which is not a bad thing, because, well, it is a bad thing, but we do have farmers coming in that time of year, and we usually don't have enough dumpsters, but then that business goes away. She's been a client for about 8 months now. She's acting as her own contractor, so it was fun watching the project being built and dealing with her. I hate to lose her, but it is what it is, and you move on. But that bill turned out to be $165 for almost 2 tons. So I didn't get the smiley rate, the great rate that I hoped. Because like I said, when you go in there, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. I'm sorry, it's the truth. The rate changes consistently. I'm sure there's some writing on the wall somewhere that points all that out. But anyway, we do have some business coming up. We met a new business partner Monday. He's a roofer. He's a new roofer in town. Somehow he got my phone number, and word of mouth again. You can't go wrong with word of mouth, that's for sure. He wants to do a lot of business with us. Right now, we delivered a can to him for 11 yards, which was a very small roof. And then he's got one coming up. Today is Wednesday. And he's got one coming up tomorrow in Inverness. So we will see how that turns out. But that's great. So let's talk about money, right? Everybody wants to talk about money. How much can you really make and all that kind of stuff. Here's what I do first. One, I charge the customer a flat rate, meaning when I give them that rate, that's all they pay. But what happens is it becomes very competitive because a lot of folks like to charge for weight, excessive weight charges. And what's so great about that is you can go in and offer a customer, let's say I want to rent a customer needs a 12-yard dumpster. And I give them a rate, let's say of $350 for so many days, right? Well, my competitors are able to go in and I don't miss my turn here, but they're able to offer it at $100 cheaper. Why? They go back and they charge them on the backside, meaning any excessive weight charges over a certain tonnage, they go back after the customer for the overweight charges. Personally, I don't like doing that. One, it really ticks off the customer. Customers don't like two bills. If you have a customer that is facing the garbage or looking at all this garbage and they know they got to get rid of this garbage, right? They don't have a problem paying that bill. But once that garbage is removed, they don't ever want to see it again. They don't want any parts of it. They don't want to be charged again. And then you're getting lucky if you really get your money anyway. What I mean is, once you haul that garbage off, that's your garbage. I did that before. Okay, I had that type of deal. I was able to offer the customer a low rate, but you take them off by going back and charge them a second time. And like I said, you're lucky to get that money because you become ownership of that garbage once you take it off their property. And then you're really taking a chance if you'll ever get your money. I mean, you're taking a chance of taking off a customer that could be a repeat customer, and then you're taking a chance of getting, you're not getting paid. Like I said, once you remove that garbage off that property, it's your garbage. So I take an average. Basically, I take an average of what an overweight fee would cost, and then I calculate it into my normal rental rate, or what I should be charging. So I charge a little bit probably higher on the front side, and it's harder to sell. But I get a lot more return customers. And then I get referrals, word of mouth, great advertising. So it's really up to you. People who've been in this business may not have a problem getting their money, but when I was doing it, when I was charging that low rate and then charging them on the backside, I was just having all kinds of issues with getting the money and then going through the customers. They get really upset. So no, that didn't work out for me. But so how much money can you make a day? Well, it's a good question, because every situation is different. But I'm going to put you on pause, or it'll take you 2 seconds when you know I'm gone, because I think I turned down the wrong road. So that's probably why I'm repeating myself a couple times. Thinking about where I am, because this does not look familiar. Anyway, I will get back with you in 2 seconds. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back. We got the dumpster dropped off. Another satisfied customer. But we were talking about how much money can you really make, ding, 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 in a day doing the dumpster business. But before I do dive into that, I want to go back on one thing. I was just talking about how to charge your customers. One, it's completely up to you, and if you got to find out what works out best for you, right? So I'm not telling you to do either or. Charge them up front for, or just do one flat rate and be done with it, or it's up to you to do tonnage. That's completely up to you. Some people, I'm sure, would argue this. It's easier or better money to charge them by the weight. There's pros and cons to them both, but I do know the pros for me and how well it worked out for me. So I do a flat rate. I don't charge them on the backside for anything. But what I do is when I take the call, the initial call, and they're asking about the dumpsters and what the rates are, I always ask what they're putting in the dumpster. Because I have in my little booking of pricing, 2 different pricing. One is for like cleanouts, and 2 is for the construction or shingles, anything heavy. So if I know they're doing like a small project, a garage clean out, or a house clean out of couches, furniture, clothing, stuff like that, I always charge them the cheaper rate. And like I said, I have a couple rates for each dumpster, just depending on their project. If they're putting shingles in it, they get the higher rate, because it's going to cost you more money to dump it. So that is one of my tips and tricks, because you got to know what they're putting in it before you can give them an honest price. And if you're just beginning, you'll get to know your landfill rates and your recycling rates, and you can make a good judgment as to what type of pricing you're going to have for your customers. So anyway, I wanted to add that into that conversation, because you gotta know what they're putting into the dumpster in order to give them the correct rate. And of course, you have different rates for each size dumpster. I have several rates, and I know what they are. I memorized them, and I stick with them, and it makes me money. And I don't go back and try to charge them for extra fees. And I keep a higher customer rate. I don't lose customers. I try not to lose customers. That's my ultimate goal, because believe it or not, I've had customers call me a year and a half later who store your number in their phone because you've done a good service for them. So I want to be completely honest with my customers up front and give them a fair rate. It's hard to be competitive with somebody who's going to come in and lowball their rate and then charge them on the backside. Just, customers love to hear, "Oh my God, it's only that much? Well, that's so cheap." But they're not really listening, or they're not really paying attention. Like I said, you really need to have a contract if you're going to do that, and make sure it's highlighted so you don't surprise them. But a lot of people just kind of go tone deaf when it comes to extra weight charges, and then they get upset. But anyway, how much money can you really make in a dumpster rental business, owning your own cans, owning your own vehicle. Well, it really depends on you. One, how hard you want to work. Two, what is your position where you live? What I mean by that is, logistically, how many loads can you empty, or how many dumpsters can you drop off in one day? I see my situation where I live and where my dumpsters are located and where my customers are pretty much based out of. My highest potential is for 4 deliveries a day and probably 3 pickups. And then you got to empty them out as well. So, there's 3 things. You got to empty a dumpster, you got to pick up a dumpster, and you got to deliver a dumpster. So what can you do? I mean, that's a question that you need to be thinking about before you get into this business. And what could you make grossly? Yeah, you can make $2,000 a day. Which is $10,000 a week. If you can make your 4 deliveries a day and keep up with picking up, because a lot of customers don't like having their dumpster sitting in their yard. But yeah, you can do it. Now, when I say gross, that's gross. You have expenses, like we spoke about before. Fuel, landfill, recycling center, maintenance, insurance, your time. So, you got to think about that as well. But yeah, there's a huge potential for money in this business if you have the energy and the logistics. If you can logistically plan everything right, you probably can make more than $2,000. I mean, it just depends on where you live too. I mean, what do you charge your customers? But yeah, I would say in my area, it's safe to say $2,000 a day. And then, of course, like I said, we got expenses, so. Don't get all hyped on that $10,000 a week. Oh my God, I'm going to make $10,000 a week. Well, that's a lot of money. Let's see. But anyway, I won't go into that. You just gotta put some thought into it and figure out how much you're going to charge your clients, a fair rate, competitive rate, and another thing that changes everything is the landfill. Sometimes I'll go into a landfill and spend an hour and a half waiting to get in and get out. So that takes up a lot of time. So I would say, yeah, on a good day, you get 4 delivered, a couple picked up, a couple emptied. You just got to keep that vicious cycle going. So, anyway, this whole thing is, it's been very profitable for us. And as time goes on, it gets more profitable because you learn more. And 2, your customers come cheaper, meaning I don't have to use Google That's another expense as much. Google is probably the best tool to get customers. But you're going to pay, especially in the beginning stages, advertising costs. So my biggest objective and goal for going forward is getting my advertising costs down. And the way I do that is I get long-term customers, which means I don't charge them in the back side, no surprises. And yeah, I mean, if you can get your advertising costs down, you're saving a lot of money. I used to spend, $1,600 a month in Google. I am down to $300 a month. And I would love to say one day I wouldn't have to use them, but I think, you just got those times of the year you got gaps, and that's when Google comes in. But yeah, I usually use $10 a day as my budget. And it took time to do that because I couldn't be able to do that if I had built up a customer base, and which is contractors. I've got folks that just want a dumpster in their yard so they can throw their garbage into it, and they don't mind paying that fee, that monthly fee. My monthly fee, weekly fee is all different, so they don't mind paying that monthly fee, which I don't mind either, because more dumpsters I am able to obtain, that means more long-term rentals. So it takes time, but you can do it. You can make that 2,000 plus. Like I said, everything's different. Where you live, how much energy you got. You're 20 years old and you're wanting to run until the landfill closes and customers quit calling. You could probably do more. But I'm an old man. I can't do that. 4 is about my potential. Unless I hire somebody. And that's the next thing. That's another thing I'm doing. I really can't take vacations like I need to without the phone ringing or losing business. And I don't like doing that. I don't like losing business. We went on a 3-day little adventure a month ago, and I believe I lost 3 customers, and I had Google turned off. So anyway, we're getting ready to head to our new customer. We will find out he's going to be a long-term customer, a short-term customer. He's a roofer, just getting into the business. Like I said, our number was given to him by word of mouth. Love it. And I am going to go pick up his shingles and drop them off. And we'll go from there. See you. All right, y'all. We are at the customer's house, and this is where we make the decision if we're going to take this dumpster to the recycling center or to the landfill. So in order for us to take it to the landfill, it's got to be light. So let's keep our fingers crossed. This roof is not that big. I don't understand why there's so many shingles in there. is only supposed to be 11 squares. But that looks like a lot more than 11 squares. I don't know. I guess when I get loaded up, I'll know. Dang it, man. This should have been an easy call. Alright, let me get this thing loaded up and I'll let you know. Alright, here we go. Stupid seatbelt. Okay, so if we take it to the recycling center, it's automatic $180. Like I said, this is where I gotta make that call. By the way the winch sounded when I pulled it up on the trailer and the way the truck sounds, honestly, maybe that dumpster may have been a little deceiving because it doesn't feel that heavy. So, I think I'm going to take this to the landfill and gamble. But I do believe it's going to be cheaper to take it to the landfill. Should have been only 11 yards, but the way that dumpster was filled up, it looked like almost 20 yards. Unless that roof was double stacked shingles, which it was a mobile home, so I don't know if that's even allowed. But anyway, we will make our way to the landfill and see if I made the right call. See, love you, mean it. Oh yeah. You guys gotta like and subscribe. I gotta keep this content coming. Just hit that like so I can continue to make these videos. Alright, y'all. Our fuel is getting low. We're gonna go to my favorite place because they have good, like, cheap lunch. I'll just spend a fortune. If I was really smart, I'd pack something. But we gotta get fuel, and I'm really trying to figure out how to get into this place. I guess we gotta do a U-turn. This is crazy. They just built this one. It's brand new. But let's see. I do it probably with this blue car is doing. It's not actually probably gonna do something worse. It's completely illegal. But anyway, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It's a weird place to put the gas on the corner like this. Here's one of my competitors, Just K. Hey, how you doing, Just K? He has a little different job though. He actually just collects garbage in people's homes and empties it out. But I think this actually is a really good spot for all the dumpster guys because this is where we come to when we're close to the landfill. So anyway, let me pump some fuel. Another reason I like this 7-Eleven is when you're fueling and you put your number in there, they know that you're here and they give you a free drink. So that saves some money too. I'm not promoting 7-Eleven by any chance, but I do not like that Diet Coke, that's for sure. Let's try it. That was pretty well. No wonder it's free. Let's try it again. Nope, that ain't gonna work. So what I'll do, I'll find that Diet Coke somewhere around here. Where are the cans? I don't know where the cans went. Oh, there they are. This is not something you're supposed to do. I like my Coke over ice. So. Then we'll find out what kind of specials that we got. Looks pretty good to me. Yummy, yummy.
It's split. You're not far from steel showing.
Yeah.
It's down this side. I just wanted to warn you.
Well, thank you so much. I videotaped that whole thing. Anyway, golly, it never stops. Woman just come up and told me about my tire. Tires. I kind of knew it was getting bald, but not that bald. But that was sweet of her to tell me that it was flat. Or not flat, you're going bald. But, so fuel price, not too bad. We average that daily. I just finished putting a tire on my lawnmower yesterday. I spend more money on rubber. And not that kind of rubber, just rubber. But look, I got myself a hot dog. Drink was free. Just a bag of chips. And I'm ready to go. Well, I'm going to start this truck. Head towards the landfill and see if we made the right decision. See there. So it was loaded pretty good. I'm really surprised they calculated that as 11 yards. Just it really looks like 18 plus. But we're getting ready to find out if we made the right decision. And we'll see.
Hey, 120 today.
Oh.
Thank you.
So y'all are quiet today.
Say what?
Y'all are quiet. Not a lot going on.
God, but everybody said that work's died off. Everybody's slow.
Really?
Yeah,
It's good to know. I have long-term customers keep me busy, but
that's good.
we'll see.
No, we'll see.
Okay, y'all. Try this one more time. Battery keeps going dead. But anyway, the bill for the landfill was $120. So we did a good job by taking it to the landfill rather than a recycling place and spending $180. So we saved $60. So it was around noonish. We left there, and between the Marion County landfill and Levy County landfill, we spent 160 plus 120. So that's 280 just in land, 2 drops, which is 2 cleanouts basically. And then, as you've seen at the fuel station, we spent $80 there. No, it was $90. $90 there, so it comes out to what, $370, something like that. And that's just half the day. We need to drop this dumpster and go back and get the one on the west side of Ocala, which is another hour from here, and then go back and drop it or clean it out and then bring it back to the house or to the yard. We have a customer who's wanting a delivery today rather than Tuesday when she scheduled it. Problem is, you can't do that. I can't fill I can't take my schedule and change it up that quickly. So she's going to have to wait until tomorrow. So the question is, can you make $2,000 a day? I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about you. Can you make $2,000 a day? Do you have the equipment, the assets to do such? Do you have the logistics? Are you close to your customers? Are you far away from the customers? Or are they all over the place? Kind of like mine. So yeah, I mean, if you got all that in order, I know I can do it. It's a tough day. Because like I said, it usually requires about 4 deliveries, depending on the size of the dumpster, of course. It could be a little above, a little lower. And then where they're located, the logistics, and then how many clean outs you have to do that day and pickups. So that's all got to be factored into that one day. But yes, in my situation, it can be done. Is it done every day? Can you do it every day? No, I don't think I wanted to do it every day. Not unless I had a second person that could do some of the clean outs, some of the pickups, and some of the deliveries. And that's hopefully going to come around the corner soon. So you got to have enough assets for that person. You got to have enough business for that person to make it right. But yeah, I mean, you need to take, if you're just starting off and you only have a couple dumpsters, that's not going to work. You won't make that much money. And a lot of my customers, like I was telling the lady at the scale house, she said everybody was slow because I noticed the landfill was like easy to get in and get out. She said everybody's been really slow, and thank God for my contractors, my shingle people, my return customers. That's why it's so important to keep your customers happy and don't surprise them with any backdoor fees. But anyway, stick around, like, subscribe. It gives me the encouragement knowing that people are watching it and I can help people. If there's something that you would like to know about the dumpster business, please leave it in the comments. There may be some things that I think about every day and I'm not covering it, but it's probably good questions for y'all. So please leave it in the comments. We will, hopefully, if I get the boat together after all the chores are done. And again, you gotta excuse my delay in talking sometimes because these people in Florida cannot drive. So anyway, leave a comment as to what you'd like to see or maybe need to know for getting into the business, or if you're already into the business, or if you've got advertising questions. That was my biggest thing when I first started off. How is everybody advertising? I can do a video on that. But yeah, just let me know. And I'll definitely do my best to explain how I started and made it through it. And I do think this is kind of a dry period for a lot of haulers. I have seen the landfills are just like empty. But and that goes back to advertising and keeping yourself busy, you know. So like, subscribe, comment, and hopefully we'll take you on a fishing adventure next. Get the boat put together. This is Wednesday. We've got 3 days to do it, and I think we can get it done. It's just a water pump. The girls want to go fishing. I think I'll take them freshwater fishing this time. I always take them saltwater fishing, and maybe do some catfishing, crappie, brim, whatever you want to call them. So anyway, y'all, it was nice of y'all to come with us and come with me, and I'm excited to do the next one. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I love you, and I really, really, really mean it. Bye-bye.